Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Rebels will kick it off to get us underway. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's back. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. They'll run the toss. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Man, what a spectacular... defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud. and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Shaking the rafters in this place, trying to help their defense as they've got them pinned deep. Looking to throw its dart. Complete. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
To the air on first down. He's going to let it go. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Rebels!
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. They're lining up to boot it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Beck. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Time to take a shot. It's complete. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt to try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. They'll leave it with him. At the 45, on his way. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking downfield, it's Dart. He's going to fire deep. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. And the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But that great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Fires to the middle. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Good jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Back to throw, it's back. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Evans. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On the move. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. Aga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. Looking to throw. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he muffs it. It's loose. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Line getting set on 2nd down. On the move, it's Bentley. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Dart. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
Georgia 10, Ole Miss 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Uncorks one to the middle. And he's got it inside the 25.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Rebels are marching down the field. Scanning the field, it's Dart. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick it off.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Using the quick game. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that...
Oh, ball's out! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Dropping back, it's Dart. Gonna let it fly. And it's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Lee. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly, because this has been way too easy.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. It is perfect.
That makes the score. Ole Miss 17, Georgia 10.
So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. get another look at this Bulldog offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the... As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fair catch, called for and made. first down. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Dropping back, it's Ewers. Finds his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to the air one more time. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
On second down, they'll take to the air. That's caught. It's Bentley.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fires to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The Rebels will try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
So now on second and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking for a man, it's Dart. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Finds his man. It's Bentley. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man. Third and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're...
Fires toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. Got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Wells. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door, 1st and goal.
Barrels ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Ewers. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Bond. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Looking to pass. It's Ewers. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. They want to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And he added the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Gonna run it. It's Bentley. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Quarterback checking off. Back to throw. It's Dart. Quarterback adapted. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. A big game there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
14, Texas. 6-6.
He'll call for the fair catch here. the Texas offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. To throw, it's Ewers. Dumps it to the back. And that pass intercepted. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Rebels! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. They'll go to the ground. The Longhorns are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
They'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moore. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him, he completes it for the 1st down.
And the Longhorns get it past the sticks.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Ewers. Quick strike complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Grab near the sticks. It's Baxter. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. A fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Takes the handoff. It's Parrish. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having the pass block every play. You've got to keep defenses off balance.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Texas.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Finds his big tight end. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
He wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. With the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut on them.
A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Dart. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Grab near the marker. It's Golden. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate. Give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a third and long.
Here we go. Gorilla.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Handoff from the shotgun. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stopped him for a short gain. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like.
He's got it on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tight.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Dart. Swings it out to the flat. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
That is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker. He just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Working the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Offense in a split backfield. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Ewers. Got his man quickly. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Ringo. Green 25.
Trying to punch it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
And now, after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals. Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Got room at the 35. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Coming after it. Got rid of it just in time. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Dart. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They're trying to get to it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
Got it.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a really nice looking catch, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
And this QB has been on top of it. He's made good reads, you can tell, taking care of the football, put up a lot of yards. He's over 350 on the day now.
Okay,
The
ready?
Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Freedom.
Fast motion from the offense. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a gap. It's Parrish.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Here we go.
To the air. It's Ewers. Gets it out fast. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On the ready.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short.
Out, 55.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Bolden. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Longhorns have this offense rolling.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. And this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Still on his feet at the 45. Open runway ahead. Inside the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown.
Texas.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Texas offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about,
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
it doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, Texas. On the set.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Just going to keep it after the snap. Can't get him to the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Golden. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
3-25.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. They're bringing heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to...
He's going for it all. Pulls it in inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Texas.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Timeout, Ole Miss.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to get to him. The sure hands, it's Golden. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll throw it on first down. Wide open downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down.
42 Spiders.
To the air, it's Ewers. Here he goes breaking the pocket. On the move, he fires. And he throws another interception.